mother and I are getting divorced. Don't cry. I know you're upset. I know you're confused. I don't know what your mother told you, but let me explain it from my side in terms you can understand. You got your doll, right? You got your doll there.
Yeah.
You got your doll. You like your doll, right?
Yes.
You love your doll.
Yeah.
Yes, you love the doll. But what if I told you that was the only doll you were allowed to play with the rest of your life? How would you feel?
Sad.
You'd feel sad. Of course, because there's a lot of other dolls on your shelves. And if you play with the other dolls, you can't have that doll anymore. Even though that doll doesn't really want to play with you at this point. You're both living a lie. There's other dolls you like, and they're making new dolls every year. You want a stewardess doll?
Yeah.
What about a slightly overweight cocktail waitress doll?
Yeah.
What about a doll who happens to be best friends with your main doll?
Yeah.
It could happen, right?
Yeah.
What about a doll you only play with one day and never see again?
Yeah.
What about a doll where your friend's playing with a doll and he needs you to, kind of man up with the other doll? You don't even want to play with that doll, but you do it because your friend's playing with that doll. You don't want to sit there and leave the other doll unattended.
Yeah.
So that's why me and Mom are getting divorced. Monogamy isn't realistic.
Monogamy isn't realistic.
More than that. More than that.
Welcome to More Than That podcast. I'm your host, Lou Mobe. I'm joined by the coolest guy on earth, Dre Moore.
What's good, y'all?
And I got my guy, 30 for 30 Earn in the building.
What's good, y'all?
Y'all, man.
Yeah, I never even noticed bro said slightly awake cocktail waitress now.
or doing it because your man you don't want to leave the other doll unattended.
You gotta take one for the team, bro. That's how you gotta break it down to the youths.
No, welcome back to another amazing episode of More Than a Dad, providing y'all this good heat. If y'all enjoying what y'all listening to, make sure y'all subscribe, follow us on socials, check us out on YouTube, and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Absolutely, we More Than a Dad on everything.
More Than a Dad.
It ain't hard to find.
But what's up, guys, man? How's dad life?
Man, dad life is cool, man. Recently, me and Ern was having this conversation like about your kids, because he got older kids too. Like, you give your kids money, so you try to give them freedom. Like, I'm gonna give you a certain amount of money and stuff like that. So like, I had sent Lil Dre like $100 for something. I think like his grades or something. I sent him $100.
And what, he like 14?
He 14.
Right.
So he's like, so then when I talked to him later, I'm like, yeah, you spent all that money I gave you? He like, yeah, I got some Robux. Like, he spent the whole $100 on Robux. Cause then he was talking about something else. He had sent me something else back from a different game, like I don't know, like a Dragon Ball Z game or something, and it was like having like a sale. So it was like all of these packs combined, but it was on like sale for like $114. It was like a $400 value or something. Like, yeah, but like it's a sale. I'm like, bro, I don't like, it's your money. Like, if you got money, then you can spend it. But
nah, bro.
I mean, like, what you want me to do with that? Like,
bro,
it ain't my money.
Life is too expensive for you to be spending $100 on some Robux.
Where do I control? Like, it's your money. Like, do I take it back?
No, that's
because like when he was talking about that thing, he was like, yeah, well, like he like my grandmom had sent me $500. I don't even know what she sent me $500 for, but he had like $500. So he was like, yeah, I'm gonna buy this and this, and I'm like, I mean, all right, but it's your bread. Like, do we get the $500 back?
Nah, bro, you just gotta teach them the value of $1.
Yeah.
Listen, that $500 came easy this time, but once you get older, that $500 ain't gonna come easy.
Back.
So you gotta be picky and choosy on what you spend it on.
Yeah, man.
Spending $100 on Robux. You know how long it took me to get that bean?
Listen, you spent that easy.
At what age do you start giving your kids money as gifts?
Maybe like 10. I mean, but kids get money all the time. Like, Ash got money. Like, people giving dollars and money and cars. We go to the stores.
That's people. I'm talking about you. At what age do you stop buying your kids gifts and you start giving them money?
Probably high school.
Teenagers.
True.
Teenagers. Probably like pre-high school.
It's funny. Manny and Osa, V got them down pat with the go ask daddy for money right now. So Manny came in the other day. I guess he watching the little show where like the main character is like a gumball, right? Like the character is actually a gumball. He's like, Daddy, I think I want a gumball machine. And then he was like, can you get on Amazon to buy me a gumball machine? So his mom found a gumball machine for like $18 on Amazon. Mind you, fast forward, gumball machine never come. It's out of stock, whatever, supply chain issue. But I was like, no, I'm not gonna just buy him a gumball machine. Yo, go earn this $18 or whatever.
Right.
So
right.
I was like, man, I need you to do this. I need you to go clean your room. I need you to clean up the playroom. I need you to organize these shoes in the front.
Teach these kids the value of $1.
Bro, he came back in like 30 minutes. Like, Daddy, I did it. Did you order it now with your card? Like, he know what a card is.
Yeah, they know what the card. Yo, it's crazy because I was with Ash and it was a little kid. And like they was talking, and the little kid was with his mom, and so he turned to his mom and was like, "Yeah, I think we was getting our haircuts." And the little kid turned to his mom and was like, "Yeah, can I get your credit card so I could buy some Robux or some V-Bucks or something?" Right. So then Ash turned to me was like, "Yeah, well, can I get your credit card so I can?" I'm like, "Bro, why you even turn to me, bro? Like, yeah, like no, we not. There ain't no cards going on because of this." But like that kid already like, and he was like Ash size and stuff. Like he already was hip. Like, oh, let me get the card so I could do the thing. Now he done got that bug in his ear to feel like he need the card so he could go cop up, man.
So Manny, we get into the end of basketball. I don't think he really liked it that much, but we always trying to expose him to more things. Exposure equals expansion. One of the things I live by. So his mom like, well, I want to teach him some entrepreneurial stuff. Let's do something that he can manage. In suburbs it'd be lemonade stands and stuff. So Manny has a candy store in his room right now with like jars of like multiple candies. So he in here charging his mom and Osa up crazy. A quarter per candy, $1 per candy. Like this is like single packs of like Sour Patches, like the small versions and stuff. And so now Osa might have something and then she'll run back down to Daddy, you got money? And I ain't got no money. And then they point over to this jar over here. Like, you got all the money. Mine it's just a big change jar. It's not like Manny told me the other day, he was like, I'm going to be rich and I'm not going to give you no money. Because you ain't share your money with me. Like, bro, what are you talking about? The change?
Out of pocket.
That's money to them, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, Buzz's life savings.
He was talking to me like all inquisitive one day. He was like, how did you get all that money? I was like, bro, I picked it up off the ground. Like, you know what I mean? I broke $1. You know what I mean?
Yo, and the change jar is no money in the change jar for real.
That's
like, it's not no real money.
He think
Daddy can't pay no bills.
Right, yeah. He think you being stingy because you won't give him the pennies in that junk, huh?
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Can I ask y'all who your favorite TV dad is?
I think mine's is Bernie Mac.
For real?
Yeah.
Bernie Mac.
I feel like the consensus answer for most people is like
Uncle Phil.
Uncle Phil.
Yeah,
it has to be.
Uncle Phil.
Yeah. I like Bernie Mac.
Why? Because he said F them kids.
Yeah, because you got to think about it. It's not the button up perfection, right? It's like real. You know what I mean? I get mad. I'm not always in my best person.
Right.
I like stuff like that, authentic. But like Uncle Phil felt perfect. They lived in like, you know what I mean, Bel Air.
What was Damon Wayne's name on his show?
Michael Kyle.
Michael Kyle.
Michael Kyle
is kind of like Bernie.
Yeah. Michael Kyle was cool. I ain't really. What's your man from Carl Winslow? Family Matters.
True.
Yeah. I ain't really watched the Cosbys like that, bro.
For real?
Yeah, not really. As a kid.
Tripping.
We didn't. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Cos though, but we ain't really watched the Cosbys like that. God.
Shout out to the Cos, it's funny.
Yeah, shout out to the Cos. 3 months. Well, he already home. We ain't gotta free the Cos.
Everything in me wanted you to cut you off, bro.
Chill, bro. Why? Can't shout out the Cos? All right, cuz. Yeah. All right, bro. Like, yo, why you do me like that? It was somebody. I saw another TV that I was thinking about though. I ain't trying to like draw no blanks.
Please don't do that.
Yeah, we just gonna move. What the sound? It sound crazy on the audio. I'm sorry, listeners. I apologize for that. Yeah, we just gonna draw a blank. We just gonna jump into the Amazing Kids segment. I'm drawing a blank. So Lou had sent us this video to the group. It was a little girl. I'm not sure her age.
Me neither.
Yeah, I don't think they announced her age. But she was doing mixed martial arts, and she was kind of getting her butt whooped by this other girl who was larger than her, but she didn't give up. And she fought through the whole time, and she ended up winning her first match. So, like, as dads, amazing.
Yo, it's crazy to watch. Like, first of all, daughters.
Like the resilience and all of that.
First of all, daughters. Just put that in the open. Like, you don't think of. I don't necessarily think of like mixed martial arts, and I think of a female athlete. So to have this little girl putting another little girl in a rear naked choke is crazy to me, bro. like that's crazy, bro. It's amazing, man. You know. Oh man.
Man, I love a comeback story, bro. You already.
Yes.
I love a comeback story. I love an underdog story.
Yeah,
So watching that little girl fight through it and then get the dub.
She won her first match, so we need the dub today.
Exactly.
Since she wasn't going down for it.
No man, these kids be out here doing amazing things, bro.
Yeah, shout out to them.
What did y'all say the other episode when we was talking? Like, you know, parents be trying to always like one up other parents by like exposing their kids to something early.
Right.
You know, this is it done correctly. Not like, you know, getting your kids to wax people.
Yo, chill.
It's a little 5-year-old to do jujitsu, not be out there waxing grown women.
Yeah, do some regular people stuff. Yeah, definitely do some regular people stuff. All right, now let's get heinous. So, I don't even think it was recent, but we stumbled across a video where it was a mom who just recently had a baby, and she took the baby and I want to say it was in New Mexico. I think it was New Mexico. Yeah. She took the baby, and after, I'm assuming that she gave birth to the baby at home or somewhere because the baby still had the umbilical cord attached to the baby. She took the baby and she placed the baby into a dumpster. Wrapped the baby up, put the baby into a dumpster. Two people that happened to be rummaging through the dumpster, like dumpster divers, they went and they was rummaging through the dumpster and they heard a noise in the dumpster, which they thought was a cat. And turns it was the baby. The baby was still alive, so they was able to get the baby out. And then they called the authorities and got the baby help. So now the baby is safe and alive.
Bro, this is one thing I don't understand about when people do things today. Everything is on camera.
Facts.
It was a clear view center shot of this lady pulling up in her car, getting out and putting the baby in the trash.
Right.
I seen what you had in the car. I seen the make, the model, the year. Everything is on camera, bro. Everything is on camera.
The outfit she was wearing.
You just be full on camera throwing your baby in the trash.
Yeah,
I got two things, bro. What are the charges for that? And the other point is there's so many places you can leave a kid. Like, you can leave a kid at the fire station. You can leave it at the police station, the hospital. That's
a fact. It gotta be reckless endangerment.
Reckless endangerment of a child.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It depends.
I don't know if it's an attempt. It depends.
I was about to say it depends on the DA, right?
Right. It depends on the district attorney.
Because you, like.
I mean, you left the baby essentially to die.
Facts.
So like, it could be an attempt. Yeah, it could be an attempt. But like, I mean, it's crazy because
if that baby would have passed, that's murder in the first degree.
Yeah, it's premeditated for sure. I mean, man, people is like, you know, everybody talk like mental health and all of that, but like a mental health aspect like gotta play in the part of that. Like, you don't really, for you to be pregnant, people know you pregnant, and then you have a baby, and then like you throw the baby away. Like, what was your plan of it?
Just tell people.
To tell people what? You lost the baby for a term, I guess. The baby died at birth.
Yeah. And
then just go back to your regular life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like I don't know what you was thinking in that moment.
I said this to Dre yesterday. I said, bro, don't you know how we got a driver's license test?
Right. Yeah.
It should be a parent.
Like a parent.
Like wellness test.
Like some type of
fitness test.
Screening.
Yes. Everybody shouldn't
Everybody
be
see
able.
how he's the unfit parenting person.
Everybody shouldn't be able to have a baby, bro.
You see where Aaron thinks, guys. You guys need to go pass that exam to have.
Before you can have a baby.
1,000%, bro.
Yeah, because like it's really nothing governed. Like you got to think, like people with mental issues, they just outside. They just running around like freely. Like they're not governed by anything. So like you go out here and they could just reproduce. They could
Once
just,
you're an adult, it's on you.
You could just go out here and do that. But you gotta. It's, to be honest, 90% of things in the world, like you gotta have some sort of screening to do.
That's
right,
everything except have a child.
Let's break that down a little bit, Aaron.
At least here, at least in America.
Right.
Half these people don't even be knowing who the biological parents of the baby be sometimes, right?
Right.
So who's gonna be held accountable to take these exams if it's kids out here with
Bro, the state and the government exam you on everything else. If I want to go get a business, if I want to go drive a car or operate any type of heavy machinery, you take tests for all of that.
Right.
If I want to go get a gun, you take a mental wellness test for a gun.
For that.
It's the same people, same departments. Is mad government departments.
Then people just gonna be ducking, like going to the hospital.
All right, so
they're gonna be getting pregnant and just staying out.
I know this like super dystopian. You can't like govern like people decisions to have babies, but I ain't mad at it.
Young lady shows up, she's pregnant, she got to take the test. But if she says out loud to like the authorities, I don't know who the father is, then the father never gets a test neither?
Well, if she passes the test, then we're not worried about her harming the baby.
But we're not worried about the guy harming the baby neither? So now we're going to make it for mothers?
No, I mean,
in this situation, the dad is not there. So what can you do if the dad is not there?
Right. If she don't know who the dad is, then does she pop back up with the dad later on to see if I can integrate the dad into the kid's life, and then we check him out?
I'm just asking y'all questions.
No, I'm just saying, like somebody got, but at some point, somebody has to do something about just kids because kids are helpless, bro.
I was about to say,
like people do,
exactly.
Like people take their kid home and put them in the microwave and stuff, bro.
Just chill, bro. God damn.
That happens.
All right. In the event said person is pregnant and don't pass the exam, now what are we doing?
We take the kid away.
We getting way too deep. we definitely getting way too deep.
I don't have an answer for that.
Yeah, I don't got an answer for that either.
Because then you're going to make us say like, oh, we got to terminate the pregnancy or something.
No, not that. Right.
I'm just saying everybody's not equipped to have and raise and take care of another person.
Right. Maybe we get them some mental health help. And maybe they could pass that test later on down the line, like the SAT.
So in the meantime, is the baby like in a group home or something, or like
that's how it is now?
Potentially, yeah. People lose their kids; they got to prove fitness to get their kid back.
Exactly.
Now
raising Isaiah,
right?
I mean, y'all seen raising Isaiah.
Right.
Holly had to work hard to get him back, and then when she got him back, she ain't know how to take care of him.
Right.
To be a parent is a privilege. So I do stand with you in that. How they going to govern that? I have no idea.
Me neither.
We don't have.
But we need to protect these kids.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Yeah, that's a fact. You can't just be out here Brenda's baby because it really was real like Brenda's baby though. Not gonna lie.
That's a fact.
Could you not?
I'm dead serious, bro. Like if you listen to the lyrics of the song, it parallels with the situation. It just happened exactly like that.
Aaron, didn't you say that something happened in Philly recently where the kid was in?
Yeah, bro. That's mad dark.
But it's real and it happened
happening.
and it's in our neighborhood.
Right.
So a couple days ago, I'll just say recently, some clip workers, they like clean the city up.
Yeah.
Some clip workers was doing work or whatever, and they found a baby, a little kid. It was older than baby.
4?
But they said the age had to be between 2 and 4. In the duffel bag.
Right.
Just in the alleyway.
Right.
That was badly decomposed. So they don't know how long the kid was in the bag.
Right.
But the kid was between 2 and 4 years old.
Right.
Yeah, you said down the bottom in Philly?
Yeah, in Philly down the bottom. But yeah, like same situation. Like who who would have access to probably do that?
His parents.
Yeah, like unless you're going through, unless your kid was kidnapped, unless it's one of the missing kids, because there are missing kids. But outside of that,
Or somebody could have been raising a kid who just don't care about the kid.
but that's the somebody that's in charge.
That's
It
a
don't
fact.
got to be that kid's parents. Say it could be a foster parent or a guardian, somebody who was tasked with having this child. Unless it was one of the missing kids in the city, because kids end up missing.
Do kids between the age of 2 and 4 have dental records? Like, how would we identify the body? Maybe.
I don't know, bro.
I don't know.
That's
either.
hard.
Yeah.
Like,
'Cause, when you're older, they identify you by your
But teeth and stuff, that's
Yeah.
still like early. You still developing teeth. You might not have no print or no bite teeth or nothing. At
Yeah,
that
maybe
point.
somebody may not have, the means to take you to the dentist. So you may
Right.
not have never went to the dentist,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
We can move on, bro.
you don't know, but that's why you gotta get these people checked out. For real, for
Protect
real.
these kids.
Definitely
man.
protect these kids. In other news, there was a New Jersey dad that was arrested for going into a school and confronting a teen over him spreading pictures of the teen was spreading pictures of the guy that got arrested daughter around the school. So the dad went to go in the he went in the school and confronted the student, and he was charged and arrested for doing that.
Was he out of line?
Was the dad out of line? No.
Yes, he
No,
was out of line,
bro.
bro. You can't go into the school.
I can go into school now. If I'm stopped, that's on the school's job.
No, bro, you can't go into the school, into a classroom, and get in a kid's face. And not only one kid's face, he got in two kids' faces.
Well, the other kid tried to defend the kid. I was already in his face.
He wasn't even defending. He just told the kid, "Don't say nothing. Like you don't
his
feed
business
into his
as well.
energy." And the dad got mad and got in that kid's face.
Had to check a situation.
Yeah, when you're adult, right? You supposed to act like an adult. Like why
Exactly,
why
bro.
didn't you go in
Listen.
and go to the administration, go to the principal?
So
And do it the right way.
Right.
So you don't think so who stopped him from walking in the building? Where was the administration at to stop him from going in the building?
Or the security.
Who can stop him from
Security. You don't go in no school, ain't no security in there, bro. They'll just let you walk into a classroom. How you know where to go? How you know what classroom the kid is in?
One, they probably wasn't on high alert because he's a parent.
Right. So but how do he know the parameters of the school to know where the classroom to go where the kid was at?
He probably went to the school one because it's a little town in Jersey. He probably went to that school. So he probably asked his daughter what class and she told him and he knew where to go.
True. Potentially.
My thing is like,
But you can go in, say to the principal or whoever in charge, this is the issue I'm having. It's this kid
Can't check
with
other
my
kids.
kid. They bring him to the office and we do it the right way. You can't just go get in people's
Can't go
kids'
talk
faces.
to somebody kid.
Bro, how would you feel if like, yeah, this dad came today
Then we would
and got in little Dre's face?
then we're gonna handle it after the fact. But I'm not. What I'm saying is, I can't crucify a person for somebody's reaction. I can't do that. I'm not saying that you should handle it in that way, but I'm not saying like you're totally wrong.
I mean, no.
it's not the streets, bro.
Facts.
Like you're a dad.
This is-
Like
And
it's not the
it
streets.
has
It's
nothing to
like
do with it
children's.
being in the streets, bro.
It is.
He went and pressed him
It
like you
is.
press somebody that owes
He
you
went
drug
and
money.
talked to him.
He went and got in
Did
the
he put
kid's
hands
face.
on him?
No, but he went to intimidate him.
Listen, sometimes you got to put the heat on him.
When you get in somebody's face and show that I'm bigger than you,
Sometimes you got to put the
you
pressure on
you're
him.
intimidating.
And
It would
that,
have been better if he was at the grocery store. He just like, oh, by the way, that's the boy that was messing with me. And then
or
I
waited till he come outside.
bro, so what's
Why
the
you wait
difference
till he come
between him
outside?
doing it
He
there?
trespassed into the school.
All right, so
And then-
okay, so it's cool for him to do it at the grocery store.
No, nobody
he
said
said
it's
it. He
cool.
said
No,
it was
he
cool.
ain't say it's
Lou
cool.
said it would be better if he did it at the grocery store. That's the kid that.
because now it's more reaction, like you said. Like
Bro,
that was more,
bro, if I get the phone call and I'll drive to the school and go do this right then and there, it's still reactionary. That could have been 10 minutes.
She came home yesterday. She crying.
That's see,
Dad,
now you're adding other
Dad,
things to it.
They posting pictures of me and blah 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 blah. Now you heated, but now you got to go to sleep. You got to wake up, and now it's the next day.
Okay, if that happened, in my mind, the way he rolled into the school and was in the kid's face, if she would have came home and did that to me, he'd have just tried to go to the boy's house. He would have met the boy outside the school in the morning. He was that heated. So he'd have met the boy way before we got to that. So if you talking about, I'm looking at it as more of that somebody's immediate reaction of something that just happened. He got the phone call, he pulled up.
So you think she might have like texting like that?
Yes, people do that.
Right.
And he probably pulled up and said, "Yo, what's up?"
And he still could have handled it the right way when
He
pulled
probably
up.
could have. Yes, he could have handled it in a different way.
You're an adult, so you talk to adults.
Yeah, but sometimes it don't always work, bro. So now I gotta talk to the kid.
Well, we don't know if it worked in the situation.
Right, because we don't know if it was, we didn't see no previous complaint. So maybe he never talked to adults.
Listen, if I get a call that somebody's bullying my kid or doing something to my kid, I'm going up to the school. This is the kid. I need you to call that kid's parent.
Right.
I need you to set up something between me and that. Because I'm not talking to that kid because it's a kid. I'll address a parent in an adult way.
That's true.
Now, if that don't work,
then what?
Then
okay,
we
right.
have to take another route.
So then that's what I'm saying.
All
so
right.
I can't. We don't have all the facts to say whether dude was totally in the wrong.
No, bro, he's in the wrong.
What if it wasn't the first time?
Bro, no matter what, you shouldn't be getting in no kid's face.
So what do you do, right? If you keep going to the, now we off of that. What do? Somebody's bullying your kid. You go to the administration, they do nothing about it. You go to the administration, they do nothing about it. Then what?
Now I gotta go above the administration.
And they do nothing about it. Then what?
Then you gotta make a decision as a parent.
Then you have to protect your kid.
You do. But that don't mean physical.
He didn't.
You could take your kid out to school.
Yeah, but he didn't get physical with the young boy.
Yeah, but he went to intimidate him.
He did go to intimidate him, but he didn't touch him. He didn't touch him. Right. He didn't assault him. He didn't put hands on him. He went and had a stern conversation with Cuz.
All right, bro.
Now, if young boy want to call his dad, and then now his dad and the other dad got to get into it, that's what dude bought by going to check the young boy. He bought whatever comes on the end of that. But he didn't go, like, if he would have rolled up in there, put young boy in the yoke, punched on young boy, did something crazy to young boy, then I would be like, all right, he's super drawling. You shouldn't be out here punching on
How
kids.
did he even get into school?
And that's my point. The
They
teacher,
probably know him, bro.
the teacher was standing right there.
And the teacher tried to intervene. An adult tried to intervene.
He barely intervened.
They probably was scared.
That's a fact, because he a big black man. And that was a little white man.
Call it what it is.
That's a fact.
I mean, that's true, but
He might not punch on that kid, but he might.
He might have punched on
He
the
might
teacher.
punch on me.
So why the teacher wasn't protected? I thought everything
Because
was
I'm a teacher. I'm not a security guard. I'm not a martial art. I'm a teacher.
Bro, I just want to compare the scenario. All right, so this is bullying. We chalk bullying up to like kid stuff, right? Is that like a natural parent way to look at it? Yo, this is some kid stuff. We got to get it handled. You know, it's still a mature aspect to it, right? You're disconnected from it I need to come do something, right? When your kid come home and they was in a fight, right? Like, if your kids, y'all have older kids, like my kid ain't getting in a fight yet, but do you feel like, oh, now I got to go do something because my kid was in a fight? No, you handle it like an adult. It's kind of like, you chalk it up to some kid stuff.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So, I don't know what the escalation, like you said, we don't have the background. I don't know what the escalation that made him feel like
he should roll up in
roll up in there, because most of us understand what bullying and being in a fight and like stuff that happened on a quote unquote kid level is.
Right.
You know, so I think that's kind of.
But at some points, you know, parents be involved. So like, and that's what I always like explain to my kids. Like, be careful what you do to other kids, because if those kids' parents get involved, then we have to get involved.
Right.
So that's just what happened in that situation. But like, your kid could punch on another kid, and now that kid's parents wants to punch on you.
That's a fact.
So like, that's a thing. Like parents,
you
like,
can't control how somebody reacts.
Right, how somebody else reacts. Like, even you could go in, like, just like Aaron was saying, somebody bullying my kid, I'm gonna say, yo, I want to talk to the parents. Aaron could have that conversation with that parent, and it could go left. That parent could be like, you know what, man, f*** you. Facts. Like, I don't gotta listen to what you saying, and now we have smoke between as an adult. Facts. So like, I'm not saying like, yo, you should go do things to kids, but I don't know what dude was like going through to be like, yo, he totally wrong for that. Like, he pulled up and checked the kid.
Now, I ain't saying his feelings is wrong. His feelings is absolutely justified.
Right.
You can feel how you want to feel. You could want to defend your kid how you want to defend your kid, but your actions
Gotta be different.
gotta be adjusted.
You gotta act like an adult. Like I said, I just think it looked real like we was in the streets. You know what I mean?
It looked like to me too.
The kid roll up and check.
Yeah, it's like if something was to happen at your kid at the playground, that's how you would pull up. You know what I mean? You would be.
Yeah, but that to me, saying that we could pull up at the playground, there's no.
I'm not saying
in
that it's
school.
valid. I'm just telling you it's because you got to think about school is governed, right? Like it's a government.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's why I'm thinking the powers to be, like, yes, as an adult, you should handle yourself as an adult. I agree with y'all. You should definitely handle
You pull
yourself
up
as
to
an
the
adult.
playground, they might already be with their parents. You know what I mean? Because at the
True,
playground,
or they just outside.
They just outside.
I just seen a video with some kids. I ain't going to disclose the names, but of some kids fighting, and the parents was there, and one of the kids was fighting, and like the kid that was getting beat up, his parents was there, like trying to break it up, and but it was nothing but kids around. They was the only parents there. Like we've been in them situations, so like it's just like I've had like even like, and I can speak on this because this is my family. Like Wayne was about to get jumped by some kids, and at the time my sister husband brought Wayne back to the school and made the kids line it up and fight him one-on-one. Y'all not gonna jump my stepson, y'all line it up. Like that's parents intervening and doing something. I'm not saying that he was violent for doing that, but that's just how it was handled. He didn't go, oh, I'm gonna call these kids parents. No, I'm just gonna make sure y'all not gonna stroll my stepson and let him beat y'all ass because he bigger than all y'all. So y'all gonna line it up and fight him one-on-one. Y'all not gonna jump in.
See, I respect that more.
But that's the same thing.
No,
but
it ain't.
it is because if one of them kids would have tried to jump in and jump him, I guarantee you that he would have jumped in it and did something, for sure. Then you would have a problem that an adult is punching on kids. If I'm standing here saying y'all got to fight my stepson one-on-one, what you think is gonna happen if somebody try to jump in it?
That's why you there to make sure.
And what you think? How you think he was gonna break it up? You think he wasn't gonna punch on some other kids? He was gonna have to tussle. It would have ended in the same situation. He would have had to put his hands on the kid.
Bro. If your girl was fighting, let's say 2 girls,
and she getting strolled by 2 girls, I'm knocking the girl out.
all right.
You asking the wrong person, cause if my girl getting strolled by 2 girls, I'm duffing one of the other
You
girls.
swinging?
At 1,000%.
I don't know if I'm swinging.
I don't know if I'm swinging, but I'm definitely not letting y'all stroll my wife.
You're not.
Thanks. I'm pulling
Okay,
you off.
and when somebody
I'm pulling my girl
and when you
off.
pull the girl off, right? What you think the girl gonna do to you?
You think she can hurt you?
It don't matter.
But
She didn't get the
I'm
opportunity.
asking you. You think she can hurt you?
I don't know. I seen girls knock out dudes.
You right, but in your mind, you don't think.
No,
she
in my
can hurt
mind,
you.
no, I don't think she can hurt me.
Exactly. So
Bro.
you shouldn't be punching on this girl.
If there's a group of girls strolling my girl, listen.
You gotta think too. Dre 140 pounds.
Right, I'm little, bro.
So Dre
So she got a
swinging
better chance.
is not that wild. Now
Listen,
I'm
stop.
300 and something pounds,
Stop.
and Luke
If
swinging.
Luke-
If Luke up there swinging, and we doing the Misha story, that's
When they had to punch on Misha, bro, we can't
Yeah,
even tell
man.
the Misha story. The Misha story is hilarious, bro.
context. I was in 5th grade.
Misha's sister was gonna beat Lou ass.
Facts.
Nah, I'm just saying, bro. Like I hear what y'all saying though, bro. You. Nah, man. I'm not punching on no kids and I hope I never had to be in a situation where like we gotta punch on chicks. Like I've never punched on a girl before, but I'm not gonna let nobody jump my girl, bro. Like or like your daughter, bro. Like if it was 3 girls trying to stroll Osa, like natural instinct kick in. Like I'm not just thinking grab.
Bro, I used to push people on the football field and send them flying. I wouldn't have to punch or close fist anything.
Well, yeah, you, bro.
Yeah.
Me, I'm little, bro.
Not to mention they gonna have the footage. It's gonna look like the Hulk smash
Hulk
it. and
smash,
going crazy.
Listen, man.
More than a damn host.
Yeah, facts.
Donkey
More than
Kong's
that
punch.
does not condone domestic violence and men beating on women
Or children.
or children. Absolutely do not condone none of that. Sometimes you gotta protect yours, though.
Great disclaimer.
Elon Musk, he doesn't cook. Bezos, he's not doing laundry. Zuckerberg, he's not mowing his own lawn. All these guys, they outsource this stuff. That I do the same. Now I have a guy that comes in to sleep with my wife because I don't have the time to be distracted from anything which isn't growing revenue.
Now, doesn't that make you
No, that's just good business. Anything which isn't making you profit is distracting you from how you level up.
All right, I'm gonna jump in first. Maybe God hasn't blessed me with the luxury to be running $1 trillion company, but to get on a public platform and say, "Yo, I'm outsourcing sex to my very own wife" is nuts, bro.
That's fact.
That if it's not making revenue,
He can't do it, bro.
he said, letting somebody else have sex with his wife is good business. Bro,
So-
when do we become so corporate or so entrepreneurial that we don't have the relationship and connection with our spouses?
Bro, why are you married?
Right.
You don't have time for a wife. That's what I heard, right?
Facts.
Yeah, I heard
I
the
don't
same
have
thing.
time for a wife. So why are you married?
For the look. Because you know why? Because marriage is it's like a status thing. It's like a success thing.
To whom?
To them, to rich people. Like, you can't tell me a rich person outside of them, rich white people, you can't tell me that it's not married, bro. Or wasn't married. Not married and divorced or something like that. They were all married at some point. Like, that's a status thing. Like, that's a thing, like, you know, like, it's like, I can have a wife. I can get a wife.
Anybody can get a wife.
But
Two bums under a bridge can be
that's
married.
a fact. Absolutely. But that's not, like, you can't think of none of them that's single, bro.
You're right. That's a single
It's-
that wasn't married.
That wasn't married or
Man,
trying to get married.
I think that's what the term trophy wife comes
Right.
from.
It's
right?
a status thing.
You got to think about, you can't be president without a wife and family.
Yeah, bro.
It's
Ain't
the
taking that.
you gotta look like a American.
Like the American dream.
Yeah, you gotta look like an American dream.
Yeah.
It's all facades, man.
It
It's
is.
all
And
fake.
And you can't
It's
be
all,
but so young.
It's
Right,
all
yeah,
misguided. It's all, to me, wrong.
It is wrong.
It is,
Because
but
if you don't want to, because that's what it sounds like. I don't have time to be a husband to this lady.
yeah, so we got to get somebody.
Do you?
So
just-
I don't even know if he has kids, but if he has like your kids don't make you no money. So do you get somebody to like
That's what I
take
hear
your son
too.
to the park? Like somebody got to go play basketball with I got to hire somebody. I got to outsource that.
From an imagery standpoint, if your president was like a single dad or a bachelor, do you think that that's the imagery you should be promoting to your country?
I think it's real, bro.
I about to say,
think that
why we have
happens.
to promote a certain image to the country?
Because it's all imagery. Like even if you're not promoting it, it's
But
what's
isn't
viewed.
it misguided imagery?
That everybody's gonna end up perfectly
Yeah.
married. And
Exactly.
But like you know, like even-
because we
It's
were just
positive.
talking about the divorce rate, right?
yeah.
Or people who stay together,
just for the kids.
Right.
right? That number was astronomically high.
Hell yeah.
That's real.
Right, absolutely.
So trying to display that our leader is perfectly got a perfect family situation is fake.
Absolutely, but that's the society. That's the world. It's like how they was like trying to like just how like recently, more in recent time, they've been trying to pull out this stuff on Obama. Like, oh, he really gay. You've been seeing all of that. Like, oh, he gay, but he need to have Michelle on his arm so it look right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe he gay, but that's what the rumors and all this stuff is saying. Like,
Why
that's
you
just
don't
the
believe he
world.
gay, bro?
I don't think he gay.
Bro,
Why
not?
Why are we doing
think
this
he-
to my guy?
Because I don't think he gay.
Because it's real, but it's real.
I don't think
If that's
I
the
don't
life
think
that he lived, that's the life that he
We're
lived.
not allowed. Lou governs us. We're not allowed to talk about Obamas.
All right, all right.
Hey yo, but I'm just saying, like, but that's society. Like, there's been plenty of people like they be like, yo, they gay, but they gotta have a wife. They on the down low and all. Like, not just Obama, like in general.
The cover up.
Yeah, the cover up,
That's-
just the cover
that's
up.
whack,
Like,
bro.
but that's how it is, bro. Like, that's just
'Cause
the
even if-
reality of what it is.
Even if you was not married, it's like, oh, he's dating X. You know, people get behind that too. Like, oh, they started dating. It's like
Right.
it's a little bump. My thing is, just like we was having a conversation before we started, it's too dark. Like, I think the world wants positive light.
I don't
Imagery.
think that's negative, bro.
You know what I
I
mean?
don't think it's negative either.
All a divorce is just a symbol of like this relationship just didn't work out.
If at a young age you learn, you know how we learn about love and marriage at a young age? If you learned about divorce first, what do you think the world would be like? It wouldn't be as much optimism in dating if you learned about how prevalent divorce is
Yeah, but I got to give you the pros and cons of everything.
I was about to say we might not see as much divorce though.
Because you won't have as much marriage to have divorce.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay.
So you got to have the pros and cons. Like I say all the time, like if if my dad would have like gave me the bad about having a kid young and all that stuff, like it probably would have altered the way I looked at things. It was more so like, yeah, you know, wear condoms, protect yourself. You don't want to catch diseases. You don't want to have no babies. Not like, yo, you can have a baby, you can end up on child support. It's gonna stunt your living, and like you're gonna have to alter how you live. You won't be able to have the freedom to do these things. If you would have gave me the real rundown, then I probably would have moved in a more cautious way. I wouldn't have moved in a way so loosely where it was just like, oh, it's just, you know, if it happened, it happened.
Well, you know, America's a business. They're not going to promote their negatives. They're going to promote the positives. It's like when you go to McDonald's and it's like, it's a you leave with a smile with the arches. The kid meal's called a Happy Meal. You leave with, it's like selling ice cream. Everybody just want to be happy. Nobody want the fact that these things is bad for us or something. You know what I mean?
Bro, that quote is for everybody want to be happy. You know, that's not real. But last thing,
Aaron, I ain't gonna lie to you, we're flipping roles. You are now the dark person, and now I'm trying to promote the light. I just want to let you know we have now changed.
Because I'm saying, why is it dark?
He's saying it's just real. It's not
right.
Dark.
It's not dark.
Your
it's
president
real.
just a bachelor, and he bringing all these people through the White House.
You know what that's telling me?
he living life.
That's
you
telling
trying to say
me
you're unstable? That's how they gonna look at it.
That's telling me you value the connection with the American husband over the American single man.
Right. You feel like it more.
You supposed to be both of our presidents, right? Why do you have to connect, or why do you have to have that bridge with the American married man? What about my representation? Ain't that what they teaching kids today? Whether it's wrong or not, they teaching kids about
equal representation.
Exactly, representation. So they put more black families on TV and in commercials. They put more gay couples on TV and commercials, right?
Inclusion and all of that.
Exactly.
It's crazy. Corporate is doing away with a lot of them programs too with these budget cuts. Just keep
going back to the traditional way.
Me and Quaz was talking about it the other day. All that diversity and inclusion, all that stuff is being first thing to get cut when them budgets got short was them titles and them groups.
True.
Yeah, that's out of pocket.
Them folks had enough of that.
I said, man, don't outsource the sex.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. Never mind. Shut up, bro. Please.
No, what you about to say?
Please move the ship forward.
Take us to the next level.
Get our whole ship canceled.
I'm ready?
Yeah, for your man.
All right.
I got 7 kids and 7 baby mamas. Now, for the past few days, I've been going live, telling my story, speaking my truth. And a lot of women having an issue calling me a deadbeat because I tell them I was being irresponsible, yet not wearing protection. But I always tell these women that I got pregnant that I do not want to be a father to these children. And I offer to pay for the abortion. Majority of times, they'll either take the abortion or they'll take a plan B. But only these 7 have kept these children. But the crazy thing about it is they want me to be responsible for some children I told them I did not want. So for some years now, some of them been trying to get in contact with me, access denied. Because I don't really know why you're trying to get in contact with me. I done told you I did not want them kids. So don't expect me to be responsible financially, emotional, spiritually, mentally, or physically with some kids I do not want. And I don't give a what nobody think about it. You're not going to force children up on me. Yeah, we both made the decision to lay down and have intercourse. We both was irresponsible about the decisions we made that night. Yeah, I could have pulled out, but I didn't. And I ain't care to pull out because I'm not the one that's going to have to carry a baby for 9 months. It's the woman. In my opinion, women should be more careful on who they sleep with because you're going to be like, one of my baby mamas trying to find me. I got
Yeah.
No, he's wilding, bro. I
just bag, bro.
I just want to let y'all know, it's one of my goals with More Than a Dad to one day interview a real deadbeat pop, yo. I just need to because every time we had people up here, it was just like the most. It was
like perfect ideal pop.
Mad Russell Wilson's up here.
Yeah, bro.
You know
We not gonna find cut. Like he might be one of the only people in the world that's saying that and standing on that.
No,
Publicly. Bro, I haven't never seen nobody talk like that in a public setting.
True.
Not that I condone the deadbeat stuff.
No.
Just for content.
No,
purposes.
I know what you're saying. Like just for us to have it, but like publicly, like people ain't putting that image out there. Even a deadbeat gonna run around and say I'm not a deadbeat. He's like, whatever, it is what it is. Like I told him I wasn't taking care of them
definitely will
kids.
shelter and hide, bro.
Yeah, like.
But what's your take on what he was talking about, man?
Bro is drawing. For one, he definitely should take care of his responsibility of kids he's created in this world. But he's not wrong for what he's saying.
Logically wrong.
Logically, no. Because if I told you from the gun bust, I don't want these kids, then you should have the expectation that I'm not going to do anything if you're willing to go forward with this. Like if I tell you from the door, I'm not trying to have these kids and you keep the kids, then you got to just accept that you're going to take care of the kids dolo.
No.
Facts.
No.
Why no?
Because that's not the way the world works. Y'all was just telling me how the way the world works. Now, I agree with you.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But that's not the way the world works. You can't just opt out. I mean, you can opt out. You can.
You sign your rights over.
You
People
can
do that.
You can.
If you sign away your rights over, you don't have to pay child support?
I don't know. I don't know.
You might have to
so
go
you'll
more.
end up paying child support for a kid that now you have no legal right to see, even if you change your mind in the future, or the kid come trying to find you in the future.
I mean, it might go through like some more legal processing, but I don't think it's.
It gets so messy. It gets getting other people involved. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't think it like absolves you of like that. You just don't have no rights, like no legal rights to do anything. I mean, yeah, bro. You can't just like bow out. But like I told you this from the door.
Listen, I agree with you. She, or whomever, should not have went forward or should have made a better decision going forward. Once that person expresses that,
right?
Listen, I gotta be willing to do this on my own, be there on my own. But that's not the reality of it.
I mean, yeah, that's a fact.
Because this is your responsibility, whether you wanted it or not. This is your responsibility.
I think like you just said about your pop, if he was real with you, you wouldn't have had kids, young.
Right.
I think this is something that we don't say as aggressive as we need to say. Like, yo, y'all had sex, y'all can make a baby. Somebody can not want to have a baby and the baby can still be born, and this could really ruin your life. Like it's a way we need to start saying these things to young men and young women that things could go real bad. Like,
yeah, you gotta be aware, and you gotta just like it just goes back to like, and it's not even to put all the like onus on the women, but like you gotta understand, like I can potentially be stuck with a baby by a deadbeat who's not going to be able to take care of this baby. So I need to make sure he's wearing protection, or I'm on birth control, or I'm doing everything that can prevent that. Because like if we just getting into like that, it's reckless as hell on his part too.
For sure.
Because he know he don't want to have no kids, and like he said, I ain't pull out, and I ain't care about pulling out.
And what's crazy is the numbers probably real high. Like he said,
some of them get abortions, some of them get, like he might be walking around with diseases and stuff.
Bro, he definitely said these 7.
Right, he said only those 7 kept him, but it's a whole slew that he just out here raw dog Jamal. So he out of pocket.
I think it's stupid of men to like in the last hours be like, yeah, she still has the ability to abort or not, like leaving it all on a woman. Right. Like I think that's where we mess up. That's what we mess up.
But that's what I'm saying.
If we're casual, like, because my thing is like, let's just be 100. When you're young, you're having sex because you want to have sex and enjoy your intimacy, right? That's all is really there. I don't know how many young people are laying down and have sex like, I'm gonna make love and make a baby. Like that's the goal of this intercourse. Right. Right. Now, that's never the goal, but we end up with hella babies. Right. You think what I'm saying? So men shouldn't be like putting themselves in positions where you want the woman to bail you out and they got to do all this crazy stuff to their bodies and I feel like a cemetery because I had so many. You start getting into that type of talk, right? You know, so I think like we gotta wisen up. You know, even if you don't want a baby, then do the things to not have a baby. Period.
Right. Yeah, no, fact. That's what I'm saying. Like, it definitely take two parties to like do these things. I just was speaking more to the woman because you're gonna be left with that responsibility. Like as a guy, he just rolling out that joint. He don't care. But for her, she's now stuck with that. So like, you got to take the extra steps on top. Like even if bull like, yo, let me just put the tip in, or the crafty stuff dudes be on. Like I don't even know if he's having that conversation with women before they pregnant. That's a whole different thing.
Yo, it speaks to a lot of effects that like, like condoms have failed, bro. Like nobody wants to wear a condom, bro. Like condoms have like 100% missed its demographic, bro. Like, cause for real, cause the thing is, even if she lie and say I'm on birth control and she really not, you take it as the truth. So now you going in,
but then that's the man. You got to protect yourself.
Oh,
like you
got to,
you got to put you got to put the Jimmy hat on. Like you can't but dudes out here raw like they raw on the first run. I just met Shorty. I'm going raw.
Listen, bro, I don't trust nobody.
That's a fact,
bro. I think if we was to have like surveyed like a lot of the man population, a lot of cats is not wearing condoms.
Yeah, they raw a lot. Yeah.
Does that make one dirty or not? I wouldn't say that. I just think that cats just don't wear condoms. I'll just leave it at that. You know what I mean? I don't think
going raw, bro.
The average guy is not wearing a condom, bro.
Yeah. So now this is the after effect of that.
But
you need to.
There's no trust in the process. We can't trust that you want to be on birth control or it's damaging your body and all this stuff. And
you don't even know the person. You don't even know if the person had sex with somebody 2 days before or the day before or earlier that morning.
Bro, I don't.
You just doing stuff.
I don't trust nobody, bro.
All right, are you saying that you wear condoms
yes.
all the time?
No, I ain't saying that. I'm just saying, but I ain't reckless neither.
Yeah.
I'm not. I know I don't want to have a baby with you,
Yeah.
so I'm doing what I need to do to not have a baby.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, like you don't gotta understand. Like this dude's out here. Like you ain't running around with a bunch of pregnancies, bro.
Facts.
You ain't running around with a bunch of kids.
Not to mention, just keeping it all the way 100. This might happen one time. For it to have happened 7 times, is your logic has failed.
Because he
like,
don't care.
You know what I'm saying? Like your logic has failed if you have now 7 kids. Now I give everybody one. Like yeah, man, I was just reckless. I was doing my thing. I made a youth. I give everybody one, but to come back 6 more after that is crazy. Like it's crazy, bro.
Like it's even in that, bro.
Should
like
my man go to jail?
For what? For it to go to if they try to put him on child support and he don't pay the child support, or is he like
he done, bro?
Is he like an endangerment?
His regular value ain't worth what that child support about to be from back the rears and all that.
Is he like endangering population?
Yeah,
that's what you're speaking of.
Yeah, like creating broken homes or something, or.
All right.
I can't even
like,
put into words what I mean. But say like this might be way too extreme of an example. But say somebody got HIV, right? And they out here not disclosing or not protecting that other party with that information.
Right.
They should go to jail. Or they do go to jail, right?
Because it's intent, right?
Potentially.
Is that not kind of the same thing?
I mean, it's similar.
She's not going to die
because she got the disease.
She's not going to die because she became a mother.
But it's different. And not even just...
But it's life endangerment either way.
Even in that, but like, like unnamed entertainer, the girl was suing him for the herpes. And his response in the court was, she willingly had unprotected sex with me. She knew the risk of unprotected sex. That was the combat of the thing. Like, we both, like, even if I'm a known carrier and I'm walking around with it, she know the risk of unprotected sex.
True.
And she decided to have unprotected sex with me.
So what they want him to do, to be like in bed, like, yo, they getting hot and stuff, it's about to go down, like, yo, just a reminder, I got her. Like that's what the courts want to do.
That's what she was trying to sue. Like, he basically, gave me something and I didn't.
Nah.
But I mean, it'd be the same thing. Like granted, like somebody that got, like if it's a girl or a guy, whatever, if it's a girl, say she got HIV, she knows she got HIV, she probably should disclose, like if I was going to go have intercourse with her, she probably should disclose like, yo, I got HIV.
Nah, she don't probably should.
She should.
Yes.
But if she don't,
bro, y'all are giving
Listen.
mankind way too much
but if she don't,
rope, bro.
if she don't disclose it, I go and raw dog Jamal.
You saying that's on you?
Yes, because I know like.
All right, so where's her part in it?
She ain't got no accountability. That's what when he do that, when he say that, that means it's no accountability on her part to share. And
I gotta protect me, just like you said. You don't trust nobody. Just like Aaron said, I don't trust nobody. I gotta protect myself,
bro, if they think people are out here
and
disclosing,
I agree with you. I agree with you. But where is her responsibility in the matter?
I don't think I could put that much onus on society. I don't think society is that stand upish. Like like it's crazy because like we've been there, bro. Like listen,
definitely
listen,
say we
y'all ain't all right.
Definitely
All
say
right,
we a whole
cool.
lot.
We ain't.
He said we way too much.
Lou been there.
Lou been weird.
Aaron, I can't really speak to because he really super forward thinking about stuff. So you ain't never raw nothing and think like, dang, I probably shouldn't have rawed that on a run. On a first run or any run, you ain't never raw nothing and be like, dang, I might want to go get checked out.
That was a skeptical run. I ain't never really been on a skeptical run.
You ain't never raw nothing on a skeptical run. You gonna sit here lie? I know you. You gonna sit here lie?
I asked you to go to the next topic a long time ago.
I'm just saying, bro.
We got plenty to get to on the docket, bro.
See how you swerved the question.
We are not getting confessions on the pod, bro.
So in other news, there was a man. He was in court. He threw a toddler into a river, and he was in court standing trial for this crime that he committed. And the child's father was in court, of course, for the proceedings. And before the trial could really get started, he attacked the man in court and started to punch on him.
True.
How do y'all feel about the dad in that case?
I ain't mad at him.
I'm not mad at him either. From a moral standpoint, right? Like, from a moral standpoint, like, first of all, you about to get locked up. I'm never going to be able to do this again. This is my one.
But I'm about to say, but he knew that.
Yeah.
Right.
He knew that if I attack this man in open court in front of all these.
But what if he don't
officers,
he get locked up?
He got to.
Yeah, he not gonna serve with the bull serving.
This not the 80s. What's the bull I sent y'all? The boy Gary Plosh. Did y'all watch the video I sent y'all with Gary Plosh?
The one that jumped over the counter?
No, his son was kidnapped and raped by this man, and it's on video. It's recorded live in the 80s. They had the criminal, and they was bringing him through the airport, like taking him to jail, and the boy Gary Plosh was at the phone booth in the airport with his hat down low to the phone booth, and when they walked past him behind him, he turned around and upped the revolver and popped the boy right in the head.
And he didn't go to jail.
They gave him a 5-year suspended sentence and probation. He never served a day in jail. He killed bull on camera.
You can't find that to that example many
Today.
other places.
I mean, I said that was the 80s. I mean, in the 80s no more. I guess you could get that off in the 80s. He definitely killed bull before bull made it to the court.
You can't find many of those in the 80s.
Oh, it was just him. He got lucky.
Yes. He got lucky.
That would be
he got a judge that was sympathetic or was whatever, and that's what happened. But that's not.
That would make the court complicit with like the crimes, bro.
But I mean, he got a 5-year suspended sentence. He got charged and he just didn't go to jail.
Bro, it was retaliation. It was a murder, bro.
It was a homicide.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And he should have went to jail.
And I stand on that.
What I'm saying about the court thing is,
you got to let the law run its course.
No, I'm not saying he was wrong. Cause first of all, I don't even know like how deep the story go, like, but that's his only, like, in your mind, that's your only chance to.
Yeah,
you caused me this
gonna
pain.
Get hands on
yeah,
it again.
You caused me this pain. I think everybody understands that in court this can happen. Like, if you kill somebody's kid, there is a high chance that a family member or somebody might do something to you in court.
It happens all the time.
Yeah, and I'm sure that the courts are. And it's just like at a basketball game when somebody just run on the court, or a football game. It's just, you don't know when it's going to happen, but it chances of it happening is extremely high.
Facts.
You know, and I don't think in that moment dad cares about what little slap on the wrist he about to get, because everybody probably is sympathetic of like, this man did something to my kid. So it's almost like a free.
You get a free tee off.
You get a free tee off on somebody because people know what you're going through. You know, and it's a tearjerker. It's an emotional.
Morally, you know the public gonna be on your side.
Right.
Listen, man, we gotta.
The jurors is on the side, bro.
Yeah, yo. Yeah, he gotta get probation or something. Some slap on the wrist. He can't go to jail, yo. Not for punching on Cuz. Cuz did some heinous act to a toddler, bro.
You know what that made me think of? I've been seeing a lot of like court content. You know, it started off as like you're not the father type of content, and now I'm looking at all types of like these type of cases. But something I seen recently was a young man was in jail just talking so reckless to the judge, like, yo, can we move on? Can we carry on? I answered your question, and the judge was so soft, basically letting the guy was smiling at the victim family, like, yeah, I did it. Like, kind of like real macho and proud of him murdering this other kid, right? And the judge had no control of that courtroom. So just because somebody go get law degrees and get in, you know, academically strong, like, you got to have presence to control your courtroom.
That's a fact.
You know, they let that guy disrespect that other family, that whole court case.
And they ain't having removed or nothing from
They didn't do anything. He almost, only thing he didn't tell the judge was shut the F up. That's the only thing he didn't do.
Yeah, so then you got to let the family punch on him.
Yeah.
Be a riot in that joint. All right, let's get messy, y'all. we gonna get to the mess. Yeah, this girl talk about this pool of good men.
There's not a big pool of good men.
That's a lie.
100% lie. That's not a lie.
That is a lie.
That's not a like me.
Listen.
What?
There's not a lot of good men who want y'all. I'm clapping for myself. There's a lot of good men out there like where the good man at? Like they hiding under a rock or in a cave. They everywhere. They at the gas station. They at Costco. They at Equinox. They at the bank. They walking right past you and you don't show up on their radar because of the way you are. They're going to walk right by you. Okay. And you're in L.A. If you're in L.A. or anywhere LA adjacent, your pretty face ain't going to go too far because everybody's pretty. Matter of fact, you ain't even got to be born pretty or wake up pretty. But when you leave your house, you're going to be pretty. So everybody's pretty. That's a prerequisite. So if that's all you got to offer, we're not looking at you. When have you ever heard a woman admit to not being? She'll say, this man ain't, he ain't shit. He was bad. He was bad. He was bad. He was bad. My dad wasn't shit. There's plenty of good men. They just don't want your ass.
React. This ain't no.
Fact.
I'll shoot first.
Shoot, cuz.
All right, I'm real big on because I've been a quote unquote, I'm a good guy, always pretty much been a good guy. And it was women out here that I was quote unquote too square for. I think when women say they want a good guy, they be wanting like a dressed up bad guy or a dressed up exciting guy or a dressed up, he a project, I could fix him guy. Because the guy that's just naturally good, he wholesome, he might have already a good job, he might go to church. That's not who she's not attracted to him. You know what she wants? She went dressed up former drug dealer, dressed up former rapper, you know, like just a reformed criminal. Like, I think that's the thing, bro. Like, and if it's not that, it's like a financial thing. Like, what kind of lifestyle you could provide me, right? It's not about good people, good for me. It's never been about that.
I mean, outside of that, I just think like attraction is shallow.
Yes.
Like that's really what it is.
Way to put it.
Attraction is shallow. Like if I'm not physically attracted to you, I'm not really trying to get to know you. So that's what limits your dating pool more than anything. Is if whether I'm physically attracted to you or not. You could be the nicest person on the planet. You could be a sweetheart. You could be all of these things. And if I'm not physically attracted to you, then I'm never going to get to know you. I'm never going to see them things. Like if the boy come and he look like Steve Urkel and he just bring flowers to your job every day, you might look like Urkel. Like I don't want to talk to him.
That go both ways too.
And yeah.
That go both ways for guys.
Like it's girls out here that's like, you know, they might not be as attractive, but then like, oh, I don't really want to get to know her. Like you want, then you got the other girl, like she the baddie, quote unquote, and it's like, oh, she mixy. It's guys all in her face. She want to party all the time. She want to do all these things, but that's what come with you want to date the baddie.
We played the thing the other day on the other pod, and the woman had all these standards. He gotta be 6'3", 6-pack, Christian, gotta have a good smile, make this amount of money. One thing that I don't often see, like, that's not a characteristic that guys lead with. You know, a guy can end up falling in love with anybody, you know what I mean, by accident, you know what I mean? Whereas though the attraction or
yeah, but I think, you know, like, we all got a type. Like, you all got a type. Like even as a guy, like, you have it. Like men limit their dating pool too in the same way.
But it's not. I don't think it's publicized. I don't think it's because
we just don't. Right, we just don't talk about it as much. But like, it's certain girls that men like, man, I would never talk to her. Like, she's not attractive. She might be the nicest girl on the planet. She might cook and clean, do everything you wanted to do. But like, I'm not physically attracted to you. Then, you know, they're not going to do it. And like, but that's a part of it is like. A part of that is kind of like what you really need, though, to be honest. Like, if you was, like, think about it like this. Like, if you was in a relationship with somebody that you're not really physically attracted to, like, in no capacity, like, how long does that relationship last? Like in an honest world. Like, that's not going to lead with you cheating or dealing with somebody that you're attracted to. Like, how long does that relationship last?
The problem is this, that means we're diagnosing this wrong. There's no good men. He's 100% and you're false in that. We're just now saying, hey, I may not be attracted.
You're not attracted to the good man.
I'm not attracted to the good men. That's right. That should be the headline on all these posts. Baddie is not attracted to the good man.
Yeah, you're not attracted to him. Like, that's just not, like, to say there's no good men out here is crazy. Yeah, that's like if I would say there was no good women out here. It's just, you know what things are in life? Nothing in life is always or never. Like, that's the truth. Nothing is always or never in life. So, like, to categorize it and say, like, yo, there's no good men that exist out here, that's just not a real statement.
Right.
So, like, you're just not attracted to the good man, which is fine. You just might want to change your prerequisites to, like, what you're attracted to. And if you don't, then, like, you're going to get what you're going to get. Like, you can't be like, yo, I'm attracted to street guys, and then, like, oh, he always go to jail and he never here. Or, you mean, or he punched on me or did something. Like, you're attracted to street guys. The same thing. Like, you can't be like, oh, I'm attracted to corporate guys, but I feel like, you know, like, he not street enough for me. He not edgy enough for me. Like, you can't, like, you're trying to, you want to put a person into a box that they don't exist in. That's why I said with the list, like, you starting to cancel things out. You're trying to serve too many different things. You can't say it's no good people out here because it is.
One thing I learned being married, bro, is that, like, boring is healthy, bro. Boring is healthy. Boring is I'm here every day, I'm predictable, I'm consistent. Because then you compare words like that. Oh, it's predictable, it's not spontaneous, but it's consistent as hell. It's reliable. So the good version of the words are consistent and reliable, but the negative is, oh, it's boring, it's predictable, it's not exciting.
Get the Honda Civic.
But the reality is that boring is healthy. Boring is the most healthiest thing we got in love. If I could count on you to be here every day doing X, that means you love. You know what I mean? You love me. You know what I mean? Now, if it was sporadic, I couldn't tell you love me, you loving other people, it might be more exciting. It might make good for some makeup sex. But is that, right. You know what I mean? But don't forget that, yeah, boring is super healthy.
Man, it's all subjective anyway.
Facts.
What you deem as good is not the same as what I deem as good.
Right.
And all these women on these platforms, or just speaking it out loud, saying that anyway, it's no good men. It's I don't know. It's a falsity. It's them. I don't know. They just saying it just for somebody else. You know what I mean?
Right. Who made up the statement? Oh, he can do both, or she can do both. Who made that up? Men or women?
Women.
Women, right? Because everybody always went, oh, the guy that could wear the dickie, but then he could throw on a suit and sell me a house, or flip a house. So now you already got a type, right? So now you talk about a type of guy, and then you be like, oh, he's no good man because he cheated on me. Well, now you're talking about a high-profile guy that's in the mix, got more than one option. Yeah, that guy's may not be, you know what I mean? But that's what they're talking about. They're not talking about the whole field of men. They're talking about this select. I'm attracted to Little Dirt, to Ghost from Power. That's my range. So from Little Dirt to Ghost from Power, that's my range of the type of man I want. And I want him to blow my back out. That's the guy, right?
That's the guy.
You know, I want to be on his arm when we at the club popping bottles and then going on vacations. That's what I want. So when this guy failed you, we all failed you.
Facts.
We all failed you.
It's just...
Yeah, they only say it for other women.
They only say
it's no good men. They only say that for other people.
Yeah, but be out here dating and stuff.
Facts.
Everybody's out here dating. Like, it's not like these women that saying there's no good men out here are like not dating.
Facts.
They're not doing none of that.
Facts.
So then what are we doing it for?
You definitely failed in 15 relationships and it's no good, man.
Yeah, and you're still about to go on a date tomorrow with somebody else.
What else we got, bro?
We got my man who proposed to his girlfriend after 10 years.
You probably ain't gonna be able to play that whole thing.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I just literally proposed. I ain't gonna record you because that's up. Like I just proposed to my girl.
10 years.
So yeah, we've been together for 10 years, and I just proposed to her, and she just sitting here and just looking at the ring. You just sitting here looking at it.
In the car, you ain't put no thought into it. You ain't take me out to dinner or nothing. No type of little setup, bro. Flowers, nothing. Just this ring. Then after 10 years.
Crystal, you said you wanted to be married.
I don't want
I went out and bought this
like
ring.
5 years ago. I don't want that shit now. It take you another 5 years to cross me. No, I don't want
What you mean? So 10 years.
What you got, Ern? I know you couldn't wait for this one, bro.
Listen, I'm with Crystal, bro.
No, man, chill.
I'm with Crystal. Even if we together 10 years, and I told you my aspirations 5 years ago, don't try to.
Too long.
Nah, yeah. You can't be mad now that I say, oh no, because people change. Your goals change every day.
Right.
Your thinking change as you get older and you mature. You think different than 22-year-old Dre, right?
Facts.
Right. So don't come 5 years. Don't be mad when you try to do something 5 years later and I tell you, oh no, I don't want that no more.
So do you think she would have accepted it had he not did it in no car?
Probably. And that tells me everything. The effort that you put into something, it shows a lot about a person's character and how much you respect me, no?
No, I agree. I just got a crazy point, bro. Cuz handed her a ring with no box. Like that joint, he didn't even pull that joint out no box.
Bro, she was driving the car.
Yeah, she driving.
They got on regular street clothes, going wherever they going, and he pull out a ring. Talking about you.
Yo, you trying to get married?
You normally flip the box open and like it's sitting up, it's nice, it's clean.
Trying to get married. This what he said. He spent
bro, she said you ain't got no
that.
setup. Like no,
you ain't take me to dinner. No flowers, no setup or nothing. We in the car.
But this is my counter to that. They was in the relationship 10 years, right? And this is how he proposed to her. With his drawing. What do you think he was doing in the relationship? That she stayed in the relationship for 10 years. Like, what do you think was going on? Like, if he was that unromantic with probably which is like one of the biggest moments in a female's life, what do you think was going on the other 3,000 days?
He was probably unromantic too.
Right, and she was stayed in that joint, and she was in there.
So you saying that she set the precedence that it was a low bar?
1,000%.
Okay.
1,000%. When she wanted to get married 5 years ago and he didn't want to marry her, she should have left.
I disagree.
Should have left. Why?
I disagree. Because she's comfortable. I like you.
So then he did some comfortable. We've driven to Costco. Hey, babe, you want to get married? That's exactly what happened.
And she got the right to comfortably decline.
She do. Absolutely.
Which she did.
She can decline, but you got to set the precedent for what you want in a relationship. If you're just going to accept anything and deal with anything, I'm going to give you anything. Every day of the week.
Random question. How do y'all feel about like a public proposal versus like you woke up to breakfast in bed and you propose to her on like y'all on a resort, just y'all two on vacation or something?
You got to know your girl.
I was about to say you have to, right? You have to propose the way she wants to be proposed to.
Right.
So as a guy giving guy tips, you gotta ask.
Yeah, absolutely. Y'all should have those conversations. Like, what you ever think about, like, you getting proposed, like somebody proposing to you, like, oh, I thought always thought it would be in front of my family. Like, it'll be those conversations. It won't be an exact thing. So then, like, that'll be on you to figure out how you pop the question on a surprise. But you should have an idea of whether she would want it to be intimate between just y'all, or whether she would want her family there, or how she would like it. And then you figure it's a million events a year that you could get her family together and decide to propose. Whether that's I'm gonna throw her a birthday party, we're gonna do this in Thanksgiving. Had a family, you get what I'm saying? Like you figure that out on your own, but you should have an idea about what she wants for sure.
Facts.
Like that's a conversation. But yeah, she's not wrong for turning bro down, but I do believe like she stayed in this relationship this amount of time, and that set the precedent for him to do something like that. Absolutely.
Okay, but nah, I'm cool.
I'm cool.
I'm cool. I'm cool.
What else?
I just don't understand why he's mad that she's.
Cause he went and spent thousands of dollars, and she told him no.
He was hella disgruntled, wasn't he?
He was super upset about that, and she said she was leaving, and he like, you just gonna leave me after this? After I try to propose to you, now you gonna leave me?
Yes.
She threw the ring on the arm wrestle and all that. He like, you just gonna throw the ring? You just gonna throw the ring down?
I don't want that shit.
Yeah, I don't want that shit, guys.
All right, guys, we transition into new dad tip of the day. It's funny you brought up herpes earlier. I wanted to give a new dad tip about just infants in particular. I know everybody's excited for your new bundle of joy. As a parent, you might want to guard people kissing your kid on the face, on the mouth, stuff like that, because they can pass what they have to the kids. And at that very young age, they don't have the same immune system to survive some things that adults survive. Sexual transmitted disease, cold sores, whatever it is. Don't let everybody come up and be kissing all over your babies. Like, protect your kids, We protected our kids for a long time, like, before, like, anybody.
Yo, people was kissing kids, like, just random. Like,
no, you kiss, like, your family members' babies.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't kiss my kids.
Yeah, bro, I ain't kiss nobody kid. I only kiss my own kids.
Something as small as herpes can kill an infant, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
but
don't kiss my kids.
Yeah,
especially when they.
Yeah, infants. But your aunt, your aunt, she be kissing you like your infant baby.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Okay.
I probably would.
No, it definitely happens.
Yo,
I think we was like intentionally distant for like the first 6 months.
Yeah, like kids. Nobody.
Man, don't let nobody touch your baby.
Facts.
Limit the people who put actual hands on your baby. Yeah, because you don't know where their hands been. Period.
Respectfully, I'll be like, I know everybody's excited for me, but please don't kiss.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't kiss, don't touch. Absolutely. COVID mask. In this week's not fit to be a parent section. Mom attempted to throw her toddler in front of a moving vehicle. The driver of the vehicle had a very quick reaction and was able to stop, and he didn't run the toddler over, and they was able to get the child from the mom and get the proper authorities to come get the child.
Bro, that's crazy.
That's what we saying about this mental health. Like, yo, people really be mental, yo.
Bro, his interview said, it could have been a real bad day. It could have been flowers and candles out here. Thank God. Like, you know what I mean? That was his response. Like, when he was asked about it.
Yeah, bro. Like, we got to get with the screening that Aaron was talking about. Like, somebody got, like, it's just, like, it's a lot to just leave a kid to like, be responsible like by somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you don't know what these people are capable of.
Back to your man that got the 7 kids, the deadbeat boy. That's one of my biggest fears, bro. It's like not being there when my kid need me, even if it's against the mom. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like if the mom is having a mental break.
Right, like she going through like some postpartum stuff or something like that. And
then,
yeah, it get nasty, man. Just be careful out here. Definitely be careful.
Bro, not to like beat a dead horse, but she not only was trying to kill her kid.
Like, you was about to cause trauma to somebody else.
Exactly. That man, for the rest of his life, would have had to live with him running over a kid. Whether he like had no control, he wasn't able to stop, or not.
Right.
He would have had to live with that for the rest of his life. I ran over a kid.
Facts.
It's nuts, bro.
Yeah, if you going
super selfish, bro.
Yeah, I can't even say.
We drive cars every day, bro. Don't think about like the parent that's gonna throw their kid from the sidewalk into the street.
That's a fact.
Right. There's people that run kids over and never drive again, bro. Like it's certain things that happen. Like you might never get behind the wheel of a car again.
You altering someone else's life.
Yeah, I definitely change somebody else's life for sure.
All right, so we're gonna move on. It's time for the X, Lou and Dre. This week's question is from Star. Are you more likely to date a woman with kids if you have kids or if you don't have kids?
For me, if I didn't have kids, I probably would try to date a woman who don't have kids. Me personally.
Why you say that?
Just because I would want to have I don't have kids, so I would want to have the freedom. I would want to have the full freedom of like us being able to actually go out. You mean
you would want her to have the freedom?
Yeah, because I already got the freedom. But
right.
if she don't have the freedom, then we don't have the freedom. Now I'm handicapped by your kids if we're dating.
Yeah, we was having a similar conversation at my brother's house the other day, and one of the young ladies there said that if I have a kid, I don't want. If she was trying to say that if you have kids already, you may not want to date with somebody with kids. And I was like, if you have kids, you're probably more accepting of somebody with kids because you could blend a family.
It's easier for me,
right? Because y'all already have the same restrictions, and responsibilities. So I don't think it's a scenario of like. But then again, you have like a huge population of people who have one kid. Like, I don't want to have no more kids, and I don't want the person I'm dating to have kids. You'd be like, how? You the one that come with quote unquote baggage, right? Like, it's hard to have that picks.
It's funny. I think I want to date somebody with kids, bro. Whether I have kids or not. Yeah.
Why? You think they're more stable?
You're more. Well, you should be. In theory, you should be more mature. You should be more patient. You should be more understanding. You should be more a lot of things.
We're now assuming because X person popped out a kid, they accrued all them characteristics.
I said I said in theory.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
I said in theory.
We have immature people who have kids who don't have any of the things you just said.
Yeah, I just think it's more on the like. If you got like Lou was saying, like if we already got kids, then we already governed by these restrictions. You know what else plays a part into that though? Like that's just kind of glossed over. The age of the kids that the person has. If a person has older kids, then they're not really going to be, it's not going to hamper your dating experience. It's not going to alter it because the kids are older. Maybe more of like the integration, like you being introduced to the kid, but the actual relationship building thing, like it's not going to be like that. Like when you got smaller kids, like I think about like meeting girls, like when you like dating and stuff, like you only could really like see them at nighttime, maybe at the baby sleep. They're not coming out like that because they single moms,
primary custodian,
right? Primary parents. So like it's harder to move around. You might have to find a babysitter. Then like she got kids. Of course, she's not gonna bring you around her kids right away. So then you're not just about to be coming to her crib. So then it really limits the initial interaction of building that you're going to have. So
I don't know, bro. I see that as
boundaries.
I don't know. I just like that. I like to see a woman with her priorities all the way straight.
Yeah,
I like to see her put her kids before her mate,
right,
and stuff. I don't know. I just like that.
Yeah, I mean it's a good judgment thing. We said that on here before that like the only way like I could really determine if a mom or a dad is going to be a good parent is if like I see them with kids. So you would already have to have kids. Like if I was to meet, like if you, just like we talk about like screening people and not knowing who you have kids with, like if you have kids with somebody who don't have kids, you don't know what they're capable of. You don't know what type of parent they're going to be. The only way to determine that is by them already having a kid.
Right.
Star, thank you for the question.
Absolutely.
That's one of my favorite segments of the show. We want to thank y'all for tuning in to More Than a Dad.
Yeah, this has been great.
Continue to share this heat we bring y'all every week.
Facts.
Like, comment, subscribe on our socials. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. We appreciate y'all. Until next time. Join the More Than a Dad family by following us on Instagram, subscribing to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to join our Facebook group for daily questions, motivation, dad jokes, and new dad tips. If you enjoy our podcast, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Be sure to like, comment, and share our content with other parents. Last but not least, make sure you check out our new merch. The link is in the bio of our Instagram as well as the description of this YouTube video. We are truly grateful and thanks for supporting More Than a Dad.
More than a dad. More than a dad.